People rarely live your life in one dramatic moment. They don't always argue, confront you, or explain themselves. More often, they disappear quietly. The calls become less frequent, messages get longer to get replies, invitations are politely declined. Eventually, silence replaces connection. When this happens repeatedly, it's easy to assume people are fake, busy, or disloyal. But in many cases, the reason is far more uncomfortable and far more important to examine. People slowly stop coming around you, not because they hate you, but because being around you no longer feels good. Human beings are naturally drawn to spaces where they feel safe, respected, and emotionally at ease. Just as we seek warmth on a cold day, we gravitate toward people who make us feel accepted and understood. In the same way, we instinctively avoid environments that feel tense, critical, or draining. This has nothing to do with perfection. Everyone has flaws, bad moods, and difficult seasons. What truly matters is the overall emotional experience people associate with you. Do they leave conversations feeling lighter or heavier? Over time, people choose distance not out of malice, but out of self-preservation. Many people defend their bad behavior by saying, "I'm just honest," or "people can't handle the truth." But honesty itself is rarely the issue. The problem is often how that honesty is being delivered. Most people don't run from truth. They run from humiliation, harshness, and feeling belittled. There is a powerful difference between saying, "This plan may not work, let's think of a better approach," and saying, "This is stupid, you never think things through." Both statements communicate concern, but only one preserves dignity, the other creates shame. So, truth spoken with care builds trust, but truth spoken with contempt breaks connection. Toxic behavior doesn't always look like shouting or insult. More often, it hides in every habit that seems small but becomes heavy over time. It shows up as constant complaining about everything, as correcting people over minor issues, as jokes that embarrass others under disguise of humor, as dismissing emotions with phrases like "you are too sensitive" or "it's not that deep." None of these behaviors may seem serious in isolation, but repetition changes everything. When people consistently feel dismissed, corrected, or emotionally unsafe, they don't fight back, they pull away. Distance becomes their shield. There is nothing noble about being brutally honest if the brutality overweights the honesty. Honesty without kindness quickly turns into cruelty. Real honesty considers impact, not just intention. It asks, "How will this land?" Not just, "Is this true?" If your words repeatedly leave people feeling small, ashamed, or disrespected, then something needs to change, even if your point was valid. Being right is not the same as being wise. No one enjoys being around someone who always has the right. When conversations become competition, connection dies. When people feel constantly corrected or judged, they stop opening up. Humility changes everything. It acknowledges that you too have blind spots, that you are still learning, that your perspective, while valid, is not the only one that matters. When people sense humility, they feel safe, and safety is what keeps relationship alive. If you notice a pattern of people withdrawing from you, don't rush to blame others. Pause, reflect, look inward without shame or defensiveness. Ask yourself honest questions. Do people feel safe expressing themselves around me? Do I listen to understand, or do I listen to correct? Do my words bring calm, or do they create tension? Self-awareness is not self-condemnation, it's self-leadership. The most hopeful truth in all of this is that awareness creates choice. You can learn to speak with kindness without losing honesty. You can choose empathy over judgment. You can pause before reacting and consider how your words might land. Small shifts make a big difference, like listening more, softening your tone, expressing appreciation, and allowing people to be imperfect without punishment. You don't need a new personality, just a more conscious one. In the end, people don't remain in your life because you are always right, brutally honest, or intellectually sharp. They stay because they feel respected, understood, and valued in your presence. True connection does not grow where truth is loudest. It grows where kindness lives. If you want people to come closer instead of drifting away, become someone who speaks truth with care, listen with patience, and relate with humanity. That's where lasting relationships are built.